Good evening, everybody. Happy New Year to everyone. Just get rid of
Hello.
that on there. Excellent. We're there. We're all good. Sorry, running 1 or 2 minutes late. We were trying to organise ourselves. James is about to get a cup of tea. Has it just arrived?
That's very true. I am.
Happy New Year to you two as well. You two, but we haven't really spoke much.
Yeah,
The
New Year.
period, have we?
No, I think the bag of all three of us have been quite busy, obviously, with families and
Yeah.
gatherings and what have you. So absolutely.
It's been a funny time to say the least. But right, who have we got in chat? Who have we got? We got 31 of you. Good evening to all of you. Northwest, good evening and Happy New Year to you all. Yep, same to you. Have I got no, I've got this wrong. Let me move that up to the right.
That's better.
We'll start as we mean to carry on. You can header it now, Jackson.
I missed that. Can I have a bit slow there?
Vaping Snowman, good evening to you. Fletcher, evening. Dion, 78, good evening. Coyle, evening.
Thank you.
Maybe, what's that? Postcode mode in the building. What's that? AB, but what am I missing? Am I being thick? If I look tired, it's because I am. really tired. So I'll miss a few tricks tonight. So if you want to tease me tonight, tonight's the night to do it. Tonight's the night I just will not get your humour. I don't know what you mean, Coyle. I don't know what you mean. Don't know. We'll get there. Lynn, evening to you, Lynn. Spanner number 1. How are you? And a happy new year to you. Rufus, evening, Rufus. Dion have said. Mr. Intense, evening, Mr. Intense. Mick King, evening, Mick. Lynn again. Albert Valenti, good evening, Albert. Oh, I've got a well-behaved dog laying beside me. How good is that? Keep quiet. It might not continue. Pulled and by, evening, Paul. Rufus, I've said. The Vaping Snowman, I think I've said. Patrick Pyle, evening to you. Albert, I've said. Everyone's saying hello to each other, but that's all right. We're all polite here. Northwest, good evening to you. What's it? Marc, I finally ordered the 415 from you, and I'm very happy with it. I'm using one of your NI80 coils, and the flow is really well impressive. I've had no problems with leaking or wicking. Love it. Excellent. Thank you, Northwest. That's all that counts. Music to my ears. Free Ride Vapor, good evening. King Solo, good evening to you. Cheech, Happy New Year to you, Cheech. Aye.
Really make it to the end.
I'm sure this year, Cheech is going to turn over a new leaf. He's got a New Year's resolution, so I hear. We'll see. Vapor Queen Becky, evening Becky. Mark Trigwell, Live Lounge Liquids, evening to you. Cloud Cartel, evening to you. Happy New Year. Murray Robertson, evening Murray. JP Vapes, evening JP. Craig, did I say Craig? I'm saying it now, if not. Good evening, people and cast. I hope you're all good and that this year is blessed. Yeah, wouldn't that be nice? It needs to take a step up. Yeah. That's for sure.
I think everything's going to beat last year and the year before that, let's be fair.
God dear. What next, do you begin to wonder? Proper coils, evening to you. Peter Kendall, evening. Enjoy the .rbo who could be tempted. Yeah, it's in here. Anyone who hasn't seen it, there's a little clip of this hound that's wandering about here. He's laying down now. Excellent. At the end, he really is quite a character. Mark Trigwell, good evening. Patrick Pyle have said. Fletcher, did I say Fletcher? I think I did. But if not, hello Fletcher. Tam Dare, hi guys. What's it? Hope you all had a good Christmas and New Year and looking forward to what 2022 brings. How's it going, McTavish and the gang? All right, I suppose.
Tom is one of my colleagues from another shop.
Oh, was he? Excellent.
Yes.
Eden Kieran, he says, my background is just white. Plain old white. It is, isn't it? Plain old white. I could change it.
Clicked on, yeah.
I could go to
Maybe
bricks.
that's symbolic of the fresh new start.
I just got rid of the Christmas baubles, if I'm honest, and didn't know what else to put behind me. So, if I'm really, really honest. Northwest, I think I've said. Daniel, evening Daniel, spanner number 3. How are you this evening? Coil, I've said. Another vape down. Oh, it's Kieran again. Of course it is another vape down. Told you I was tired. Things will not click into place tonight, I'm sure. Scrolling down. Anyone else new? I think that's about it. Oh, Raheem. Evening, Raheem. Raheem, you're not too late to join our shares syndicate. Is that a syndicate? We'll chat about those in a little while. Tonight's the night we kick that off, so looking forward to that. Oh look, we've got a new guest. It's Zachary. Very good.
God, he's a real person.
Yeah, see, you can tell how hard he works. Look at his little thing. Look how hard he works. Worked himself skin to the bone. Roy, Eden Roy. I hope you're feeling a bit better, Roy. I hear that already you had the dreaded Rona. So hopefully you and Michelle are past any worst and on the way up. Phoenix Vapes. I think I said Phoenix Vapes. Not sure if I didn't. Good evening to you. And I think we're there. Ba-boom. We're there. Right. Who's got something new? Anyone?
Nothing new. Sorry.
Jackson, you better go first.
Right. First off, we've got the converter with the Artemis mouth along sitting on top. And in there, we have some Dark Star barrel-aged tobacco with it's basically got a vanilla hint to it. Not too shabby. We've got the Fat Rabbit on the Araya mod by Asvape and owned by OC.
So hang on, Jackson, if you want to find out about that Araya mod.
Yeah. If you want to find out of this review, go over to the channel. No, it's really good mod, to be fair with you. Obviously, it's a dual 18650, but it is a very decent mod. A very decent mod in my eyes. And the best battery door I've ever come across with a mod, to be fair with you,
right.
by miles. It is, by miles, it really is, I've found out. So, not too shabby at all. So if you fancy it, jump over and have a little shimmy, see what you think of the actual review.
I was offered them, to be fair.
No, Mark, they are very good. And the chip, I've never heard of the chip in there. It's called the Reek box chip, and it's got, obviously it's got your temp control, it's got your bypass and everything like that with most standard mods. But it's got smart AI, where obviously it reads the resistance of your coil, depending on what tank and everything you got, and it's pretty accurate. I'll give it that. It's pretty accurate.
Right.
So, like with me, I tried it on various tanks to what I would normally vape in wattage mode, and then obviously switched it to AI mode and see what it was hitting around. And I reckon, give or take 5 watts, that's all that's in it. So it's not too bad at all. I do really like the mod. I really do. Very simple. It's a bit different. Yes, it's a little bit heavy, a bit in your face for, an 18650, but I do like it. And I think over time, with how it's designed and everything like that, I wouldn't be surprised if they bring out sort of a squonker version and then go a bit further, with a single 21700. So I won't be surprised. Really, really like that mod. However, in there, the Fat Rabbit, we got a bit of Jelly Babies by Dark Star. Hey, bit of Jelly Babies. That's pretty good crap, to be fair. And last but not least, we've got the Watofu Troll X on the Odin 100, and in there we've got a bit of, the last little bit of Code Red, as you can see.
Code Red.
So, yeah, a little bit different for me. Normally, obviously, I'm on the Congo Bongo, but I thought over Christmas and stuff, we'll try and get a few different juices and have a sort of, you know what I mean? But as you can see, with half of them, I didn't get to vape half of them because I've been stuck at fucking work for 12 hours. I had one day off, which was Christmas Day, and I've worked every single day since, apart from today, 12 hours. So
I know you said you'd work long hours.
Yeah, no, I had Christmas Day off, and that was it. Literally, I'd done 12 hours, Christmas Eve, all the way through. It's my first day off today. Yeah, it's my first day off today. So back to normal from tomorrow for me. So, it's been a weird Christmas, shall I say, very weird for me, because normally I have a couple of days off over Christmas, and then it's normally New Year's or New Year's Eve off, but they just shafted me a good and truly this year. But
I am listening, sorry, he's chewing up one of my business cards. How disrespectful.
But no, that's me done, and we'll give it over to James.
Oh, thank you. I was going to say before I go on to mine, it's unusual to see the fire button on essentially the side of a device. So I'm guessing you kind of either hold it like you would a remote on that one.
Oh, you're right. It's centralised. Yeah. It's in the middle. But like I pointed out, James, to be fair with you, I'm normally always a thumb figure at the side or the finger fire sort of person. But being as it's centralised, to be fair with you, how it's designed and how you hold it, it don't bother me. It does work. You know what I mean? It just it falls in the hand quite nice, and your thumb sort of finds the actual button. So it does. It works well. I was a bit because obviously I brought it for review, and I just thought if anything, that was the con that I didn't like at the start before I tried it. But after obviously trying it, it does. It feels natural. That's the words I'm looking for. It does feel natural. So, it's not going to be for everyone. Don't get me wrong. It ain't going to be for everybody. But I'll definitely, if you're out there looking for a new mod, an 18650 dual, I'll definitely take a look at it, 100%.
Absolutely. I'm quite interested now. It's just because it looks a little bit tactical as well. It's got the fins on the side and the...
Yeah. Robody sort of thing.
Kind of tactical.
Carry on. I've just got to take this off and keep going, guys.
Well, like I said, the battery door wins it for me easily. It is a really good battery door. They've spent obviously time and money on the battery door, which what you should be spending. It's not a flimsy fucking 2-penny battery door. It's a decent battery door. Yeah, especially when
I've seen Grim's review of it, and he literally drops it from standing height to his desk, and it just doesn't move. And I'm like,
yeah,
okay,
well, this is
fair enough.
That's what for. Definitely worth looking up.
So what I'm on tonight is I'm on the Black Nova with the matte black nest on the top.
Ooh, man of class.
And I've got some Super Good 6 in there, which is the Butter number 6 Blueberry Candy Floss Cookies Cream. I have got my GT4S on my branded Aegis Solo. And inside that I've got some Pucka Blaze No Ice for a change. And then my trusted mouth-long setup, which is the GTR on the Vaporstorm Eco with some RY4. And that's me in a nutshell.
That's you in a nutshell. What's it like in that nutshell?
Nutty.
Nutty. Okay, what am I on? Well, nothing. Well, the only new thing, I guess, is the BP mods. Let's just show you. It's on a. I've been using this quite a bit before. I reviewed it on Sunday. So there it is. There you can see there's no leaks or anything. It actually looks a bit of a looker as well, I think. But it's very often the case with the Dovpo made stuff, and it's designed by BP Mods. Bruce, his name is. I've spoken to Bruce on the phone, on video call, months and months and months ago. But he's sort of a bit of a go-getter. He'll talk to you while he's driving in traffic and stuff like that. It's a bit odd, but I did message him about a week or so ago. He hasn't replied. So if you're watching, Bruce, rude. But other than that, yeah, it's pretty good. I've just done the review. Did it on Sunday. I had to stop, do the editing, finish the editing off today actually, and the thumbnail for it. I didn't get a chance on Sunday with dramas going on here, Family Matters. But yeah, so a lot of people won't have watched the review yet, but I don't want to spoil it too much. But yeah, it's good. It's good. Have a little vape.
Tiny little crackle.
Yeah, there's a little bit. I like a little bit of crackle, you see. So
Oh yeah, definitely.
that's what I like. I see Northwest has put on there, Marc, if it'll go on the broadcast, what's the flavour like on the RBA? Is it better than an RTA? I don't think you'll ever... It's a long stone, isn't it? Will you ever get better on something like this than an RTA? It's the same as, I suppose. It is good. It is good. And comparing it to the dot shell, I think they're pretty much on an even keel. The one thing I don't want to wreck the review, but the one thing I didn't like, it had flathead screws in it, and I swapped mine out for hex ones. But why, if you can design something like this, I don't know what you boys think, and you've managed to overcome all the airflow, where the posts are, where the wick goes, you've got the bell cap, you've got it incorporated in a casing, and you've done all those clever things, and then why would you put crosshead screws on it, flathead screws? Why would you do that?
No, no.
That's just like falling at the final hurdle.
Yeah.
Did they give you extras like the grub screws in it, or did you go?
Yeah, they
and
extras, but still flat screws, flathead screws. So yes, there was extras, but they're all the same. And I mean, I've got a whole pack of those hex screws that fitted, so I'm all right. But a lot of people wouldn't have that sort of luxury, would they? But I guess what I'll do for people, if you buy one, you want those hex screws, just put a note with your order, and I'll put a couple in with it. I know exactly what they are, and I've got plenty of them. So I'll just include a couple with it, tape them to the box or something.
Because if any of us got the chance to do that kind of thing, where either it be an RDA for like the dot shell, or the new Vape one, you would go, you know what? Can we put one of each screw type in there? Because there's going to be a lot of people that go, oh, I love my hex screw, my grub screws, I love my Phillips, I love the flatheads. I would be like, give them one of each, because then they can't complain.
Yeah.
No. But no, you're absolutely right. If you're going to give extras, make them different, because then people can make their mind up with what they like. You're absolutely right.
But there wasn't even a screwdriver with the kit. So, it's not as if they've put everything together. It just seemed odd to me that they'd do that. But the rest of it, that's probably about my only gripe, to be honest. It did take a bit of getting used to. When I first built it, I put too much cotton in, and the flavour was really muted, and I was getting that kind of overrun that you get when there's too much cotton. It's not getting enough juice flow. So I just kept going less and less and less and less. I can't less. It's going to leak. But you'll see if you watch the review, you'll see the best way to overcome that. So yeah, I'm on that one. That took a long time, didn't it? I'm on that with my blackcurrant, raspberry, and lime inside. I'm on the Elite on here, and I'm on my True Tank on the Ed Pennon, which been using that nearly all over Christmas, actually.
Yeah.
Back to a little favourite.
Back to that, and it's actually nice to go back to it sometimes, because you try. I have to try all these new RTAs and things that come along, and you sort of think, a bit like the 415. I think, I really like that. That's really good. And then you have to put that one to the side, because the Elite comes in. You use the Elite and you think, yeah, that's pretty good. And then you go back to the True Tank, which is now over 2 years old, and you think, that's still
just as good.
Just as good.
Yeah.
Just as good. I think Net Vapor, I haven't watched it all yet. He did his best and worst. I think it went on for about 5 hours, didn't it? But bless him. But
he likes to be thorough. Let's be fair. He loves to be thorough, and I do appreciate him for it.
So do I. I tend to watch things like that. I'll watch in lumps, so I won't watch it all in one sitting. I'll watch in bits. But yeah, he speaks very highly of the True Tank as well, which is really good of him. But you know, he's the kind of reviewer that he'll only say it if he really thinks. It's not because he thinks I'm a lovely person. It's because he likes the True Tank, isn't it? So, and the Mod 2. I'm on the Mod 2 as well. They're going quite well. People are liking them, which is nice. And that's it.
It's not because you make a really valid point there. It's like if you got a product from a company or somebody obviously made a device with a company, you might not like that person, but it's okay to like the product and vice versa. You know, like if you I made it and I got one made and I had it sent to you and you went, you know, it was kind of lackluster, I would be like, I'd take it on the chin. Or you go, I love it, but I fucking hate that guy. You know, it's okay, and that's what I like about Net. He's very, very honest.
He is very honest, very honest. You know that, you know, he believes in his own heart, which is good. Cam Dare, what's this? What are we all vaping on? First time managing to catch the live, got the booster JBSD, feeling a bit shit. No, though. Well, a very warm welcome to you catching us live. Nice to see you, Tam. Anyone else that's put anything in? Someone said something about Dark Star. Who's that? I think, was it Rufus? Oh yeah, Rufus. Never had a good Dark Star. There you go, James. Do you agree or disagree?
I think it depends. Like with everything, with flavour wise, I do order from. You can see I order from Dark Star, but some of their juices, and I will admit, are crap. They are. I think it's it's what you get and what you go for. I tend to stick with, especially with Dark Star, I tend to stick with what I know, if that makes sense. If I've had that juice and it's decent and I want it again, I order the same juice. The only sort of new one I got for myself this time was the Jelly Babies, and I didn't think. I thought, well, if it was crap, it's crap. It's one juice down the drain sort of thing, because I know what Code Red was. I know what the barrel aged tobacco was. So I sort of got the Jelly Babies. Sort of, if it's good, it's good. If it's crap, it's crap. Touch wood, it's turned out all right. It vapes all right. I quite like it. It's more of a sort of a candy Jelly Babies than anything. But I think it's with anything, and juice is very subjective. We're all different. We all like different things. So it's, I swear by Congo Bongo, and I think it's the best juice out there, and I think it'll never be beaten. But that's just my opinion. That's what I like to vape, and I think yourself, Mark, and James, and everybody else in chat, you always seem to have your juice that you always go back to, that you always like. We're all different. It's the same with food. We all like different foods. It's what suits the individual sort of thing. So there's good and bad in everything, isn't there? So I tend to stick with what you know. And it's one of them, but not too bad. I think they're all right. They're not too shabby. There's far worse juices out there. Trust me.
Far worse. Thank you, Mark. Yeah. Mark said he watched the review. Great review. Watched it earlier. Winston's little cameo. I don't know. He's a bit quiet. I don't know what he's doing. He's gone. I'll get worried.
I can see Lynn vaping like a proper gent. I've got the True Tank on my e-pipe.
Hey, excellent, Lynn. Yeah, I think Lynn mentioned something about the True Tank the other day. It's it's nice that people still use it, and we certainly sold a lot of them. I've been trying to get the glasses for them. I can get the straight glasses, but very often a lot of people want the bubble glass. So I want to find someone who'll make me the straight and the bubble glass. And there's one company that might be able to do it, but I've got to order about 2,000 of each, so that's a lot.
So the one that kind of just jumped to mind was Bearded Viking Customs. Brent, he might be able to do it, and because he obviously does a lot of accessories for like the.
Yeah, I think doesn't he buy like the old stock and just sell them the old glass? So he may have some True Tank glass. I don't know, but no, I mean you can't. Pro aren't a company anymore, so I can't get them from them.
Yeah.
So I need to get someone to make them for me. I just want to look after people that have bought the True Tank and still love to use it. I don't want them to not be able to use it because they can't get a glass. Every RTA I get, I look at the glass and think, is that the same as a True Tank? No, it's not. It's a millimetre too long or a millimetre too short. There's always a reason that it won't fit. So if anyone comes across one, let me know. The Thunderhead Creations one was really close. It was width-wise and everything. It was perfect. It was really well-made glass, and it was just, I think it was too long. I think so. Just too long. About a millimetre too long. And you couldn't get away with it either because I tried. But there you go. Stop with the fists. It's annoying. So Cheech puts one on straight up.
He's doing it again.
Is he? Coil, Naturevape. Why does mouth to lung crackle way more than direct to lung?
I would say because there's less power and more pressure going into the coil, which makes it crack because of the air pockets. Something like that, maybe. Could
be. I'm listening to the dogs. They're not fighting; they're play fighting downstairs. Is there carnage going on?
That's because your older dog is like, Winston, go away, man. Seriously, just leave me be.
Yeah. Oh dear. Vaping Heed, good evening to you. Happy New Year to you. What's happened to Mark's background? Yeah, it's a bit boring tonight, isn't it? It's a bit boring.
Very eye-catching.
Is it this one? No, it's not that one.
He's going to change it now.
Yes, he is.
Shall we go for a castle?
Yeah.
Then it'll be Lord Naturevape.
There you go. I'm in my castle now, so there.
I am Lord Marc of Naturevape.
Oh dear, no, don't pay to be a lord. You end up being prosecuted in America soon. Vape too much. Vaping Heed. Northwest, I really enjoyed the review of the RBA. Very tempting. Yeah, I said in the review that I think if you've got a dot mod and you've probably got a dot shell, then I think it's worth a punt. The BP mods one, I think you'd probably out of curiosity just want to try it. And the reality is, it's not much better than you've already got, if at all. But it's as good as, and it's another sort of format. Come here, you. There's no way to talk to Tina, is it? Right, let's sit down.
I thought he was giving one of us into trouble there, Jackson. I thought one of us was getting into trouble from the headmaster.
Come here, you.
Come here, you. Sit down.
Well, he hasn't got, food all around his mouth or anything like that, so that's good.
He hasn't wrecked any of the cushions, and he come covered in feathers.
Mark's value background. Yeah, that's right. It was my value background, just plain white. It's still a green screen, but it's plain white. Anything else? Well, learn from countless reviewers moaning about... Oh, right. Well, exactly, Kieran. They're talking about these screws. Why don't they learn from countless reviewers moaning about the flathead? It's almost like, they did it a bit to me with the True Tank, EH Pro, and I just went, no. I said, are these screws like this because it's a prototype? No, they are the screws. I just said, no, they're not. Just, they're not going to be like this. You have to tell the person that is manufacturing your RTA, I guess. But struck me as odd. I just thought the whole rebuildable is actually, there's intelligence behind it, but then you get that and you just think you've lost it all just for 2 screws. It's mad.
Pennies, isn't it? Pennies as well.
Yeah.
That was something I was about to bring up, because out of the 3 of us, obviously you've made several different products. Is any cost different to make those different screws, or is it just the fact that the company, it's easier for them to get them? That what it is?
I think the engineers do it, and I remember with EH Pro, I said that these screws will not do. I'm not having them. I want crosshead screws. I want proper screws in there. And they said, I don't think they're available. I said, of course they are. I could go on eBay and buy them. Do you know what I mean? They are available. I know they're available. And they have to relay everything back to the engineers, and you just think, surely to God, just common sense. That grub screws, they're the best things you can ever have, aren't they? With a hex head, how easy is that?
Yeah.
And part of me thought I shouldn't be changing them out for the review. I should review it. I should have reviewed really what was in front of me. But I just didn't want to be fighting with that coil, and I haven't got the steadiest hands anymore. And I thought I can just see me slipping off the screw and the review being awful. So I just thought, for my ease, I'm just going to swap them out, which is what I did. There we are. Grateful Ant. Good evening to Grateful Ant. Happy New Year to you. Yeah, Marc Trigwell, you've got to love Netvape. Such a genuine guy. Wholeheartedly agree with that, 100%. And yeah, there you go. I've seen your comment now. James from Lynn. Another man of class and quality, you see.
We all seem to stick together.
Yeah. And Northwest agrees with Marc Trigwell. I think he's got a nice little following now, hasn't he? Netvapor. People have worked out. He just carries on doing his own thing, doesn't he? He doesn't get involved with the drama and all the rubbish in this industry. You can tell he does it for his own enjoyment and his own satisfaction, and I think that's commendable. I think that's really good.
I think I'm right in saying, but he had done he was about to do a review for a video. I think it might have been the GT1, because obviously I'm a Typhoon nut job a little bit, and he was talking about how he went into a stop smoking seminar, and he was teaching people about vaping and how to vape and all this kind of stuff. And I went, this guy did this off his own back on his own time, probably for free. And I'm like, that's such a nice guy.
Yeah. He is just and I think I know the one you're talking about there, James. I've seen he got in his car and went somewhere, didn't he? I think. Yeah.
He took several different little he took a T18E, and he took an RTA with him, and he was teaching people on a stage or a podium or something. I was like, this guy's a really nice guy.
Yeah, he's thoroughly nice fella. Coil, what's this? Some right piece of, I don't know what the third word is. I haven't got a clue. Lifted my mod and True Tank last year. Gutted. See, even the thief, they always reckon a thief will always know what to take. He'll know a quality product to take. He didn't want your mod. It was the tank he was after. Oh dear, they're still there, still available if you want one. We're getting a bit low on them now, but I was trying to work out how many were sold, and I think it's going to be somewhere around about, as we sit, probably 1,500. True tanks. That was good.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah, I was chuffed with that. Really chuffed with that. So there's a lot out there. Northwest just wish Netvapor would stop reviewing so many disposables. He doesn't, does he?
Not that I remember.
Or is that? I think that's a bit of sarcasm there, and it must be. I never really. The thing is, when I see a disposable review, I just bypass it, go past it. So I probably don't even twig when someone does. Like all the emails I get. Would you like your company on one of our disposables? Company name? No, I wouldn't.
I think Mark, 15,001. I'm guessing he's just bought another one.
What's that?
He's talking about how you bought you had about 1,500 True tanks you bought, and he's just put and one.
Oh, right, and one. There you go. Thank you very much. We can eat for the rest of the week. Excellent. All right, disagree Northway. He has a good ratio and cares about his fellow man, Marc Trigwell. Yeah, I don't know. I'd never noticed him review a lot of disposables, to be honest, but he might do. No idea. Oh, sorry, I mean pod mods. Oh, that's a bit different, isn't it? Someone asked a question earlier about an all-in-one, and I meant to go back to it and didn't. So if you're still in chat, could you ask that question again? Sorry, it's be way, way behind where I am now. I did mean to do that. Cheech, behave. Look at these. What do you do with the man? I don't know who that is. No idea. Johnny S. Good evening. Good evening to you. Right, so what's the time? 9 minutes past 9. Any New Year's resolutions for you boys?
No, I ain't, to be fair. I got none.
Do you not ever make a New Year's resolution, even if you don't stick to it?
I don't think I ever have, to be fair. Ever. No, I ain't got none.
No?
What's yours, Mark? Come on.
I usually try and think of something, how I can like improve or make my life perhaps a bit easier or do something. It's a bit like you always see, like this time of year, you'll get all the adverts for diets. Put on weight over Christmas. You need the Slim Fast plan.
Yeah,
and all that, isn't it? You get that. You can just guarantee they're all coming after Christmas. All those adverts, but health-wise, I haven't really got a New Year's resolution, but I probably in my head thought I'm not going to take as much crap off people this year. Do you know what I mean? I feel like I got dumped on a lot last year. Not just
speak up a bit more.
Yeah, I probably just won't tolerate it quite as much this year, and I don't really see why I should. Because that can eat you up, can't it? You can be.
Yeah, when you bite your tongue.
I tend to take the blows coming my way and just think, whatever.
Kieran's got a really good New Year's resolution. Go on more live shows.
Go on, what, for Kieran himself? I think he enjoyed coming on here, and you're always welcome on, Kieran, if you're ever free on a Tuesday night. It's always nice to have you on. I think he really enjoyed it. He sent me a message afterwards and saying really enjoyed it. It was nice. We enjoyed having you. That was when Jackson let us down, wasn't it, James?
Some of us ladies have been doing 12 to 14 hour fucking shifts every fucking day, man. I have, guys. I've literally been getting in, going out at 9:30 in the morning, coming back at gone 10, then going to sleep about 1. I don't know. No, peeved me off this year. To be fair with you, this is my first day off.
James actually said that James said he thought that showed a bit of a lack of commitment, Jackson. I don't know what you think of that.
Yeah, lack of commitment, my ass. I tell you that.
Wait, Jackson, he's just a big wooden spoon.
Yeah, that's another commitment. New Year's resolution. Thermal.
But I'm happy now. After tomorrow, I'm back to normal. So back to everything, because you get yourself in a routine, don't you? Even when you got the kids and everything like that, you get yourself into a routine with working with kids and everything like that. And then, literally, for the past 3 weeks, it's just bump. Everything changes, and then you're trying to get yourself in another routine for them sort of 3 weeks. Then it's like, I need to be back to normal now. So
is that staff shortages? Then people off ill?
No, it's the problem with it. Obviously, I got shafted, and I got shafted good and truly. And it was literally with me. I was off on my day off, and it was literally I got a phone call and says, "Are you in work, Mr. Jackson?" I says, "Well, no, I'm at home." Yeah. And they said that they turned around and said, "Well, you should be in work." I says, "I don't think so." And this is where over Christmas, all your hours got changed. I said, "Well, one, you never notified me. And second, I'm not going into work." And then with my company, it was a bit like, "Well, we'll pay you double time if you go in." And then it's like, "Well, no, I'm not going in. I'll pay you triple time." So it got to the point where it worked out while I went in for that shift when I was off. And then got into the shift. I fell for it like hook, line, and sinker. Got in, went into work. And then literally a couple of hours later, she rung me up and says, "Mark, I've put you in this, this, and this." And I says, "What?" And she says, "Yeah, over Christmas, you have to work it." So it was like, what was I meant to do? And I can't, yes, I should, I should speak up a bit and say, "Look, I ain't flipping doing it." I probably could have got away with it, but I don't know, because I got the kids and stuff. With work, I hold my tongue back, and I don't, because if I speak too much, I think the way I come across as well, I come across a bit loud, a bit in your face, and I've seen some people make that a bit, offensive. So I tend to, with work, keep me gob shut and do it, and then sort of moan about it while I'm doing it.
I think
So.
when you got kids, you do a bit.
Yeah.
You know, I remember when I was younger, I desperately wanted to go and learn how to do what I do now, this paint and stent removal. And at the time, I was a senior car salesman, I suppose, then going to get promoted to sales manager type of thing at that time. And I thought, I hate this job. And I just thought, I just want to. I've always been a doer. I wanted to do this other thing, and I wanted to go and train, but I thought I can't take the risk because the money I was on was, you know, I knew that my family was protected by that money. And sometimes you probably should throw caution at the wind because the fact of the matter is I could have got a job somewhere else doing the same thing if it all went wrong. But you don't think like that when you're involved too closely. You think, no, I need to provide, and that's
well, this is it. That's the way I am, and
I
think with me and probably yourself, then Mark, it's you sort of put up and shut up, don't you? It's put up and shut up, and crack on, and that's what you do. I don't want to be, you know, I've got everybody. Well, most people know I've got 4 kids, and I go to work. I don't claim benefits or nothing like that. I go to work and I provide for my kids, and that's the way I've always been. It's the way I brought up. So I'm not the sort of person to sort of, F you sort of thing, walk out of work and then try and think of the consequences afterwards. I can't do that. I'd rather, you know, try and put up and shut up and make sure the kids are fed and everything
you
like that.
You do that when you're in your teens, Jackson.
Yeah. So
stick up your arse, Ed.
Yeah, like I said, I've done that in the past where obviously I haven't bit my tongue and it sort of comes out and it comes out very loud and it comes out all jumbo and you know, you end up going home, you've quit and everything like that, and you sat there an hour later thinking, what the fucking hell have I just done? It's too late sort of thing by then. So hopefully you get a bit older and you learn from it, but it's one of them, you know, touch wood, we should have plenty more Christmases and New Year's, so better to come, hopefully.
I had to hand my notice in on a packet of Benson Hedges once when I was in my late teens. I told him to stick his job basically, and he said I'll need that in writing. The only thing I had in my pocket was a packet of Bensons, so I took the last couple of fags out and I peeled the packet open and wrote it on the inside of the packet. I resign. How do you spell resign?
All you put was I effing quit. I'm not doing with this.
Absolutely. So looking at this, Kieran's on a show on Monday, next Monday. Whose show would that be on a Monday? On a Monday.
Laid Back Victim Show?
I think it would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Or it could be the 510 Connection. It could be one of those ones.
Tell everyone in chat, Kieran, we don't mind. Tell everyone where you are on Monday.
Plug your channel.
Not a problem.
I think my only resolution is because my brother got me like a kind of handheld Dremel for my birthday this year. It's kind of the only thing I asked him to get me. And I'm considering making my own device with like a click fit.
Right.
So it was something that I've been kind of toying with, and I've been watching like how to make sure that the connections are properly, how the click fit and the chip is going to be. It's essentially like a mech but with a kick chip.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking of doing. But it's obviously going to be a little bit of a long process, but I want to give it a go. I've got all year to do it.
If you have a look at this guy, Analog Box Mods on YouTube, he's got some good videos. I don't know if you can. There you go. Analog Box Mods. He was kind enough to send me a bottle opener with it, so I'll get that there. But he's got some good videos on his channel, so have a look at that later. Boys,
so I think that's apart from that. I know this one will sound really, really soppy, but I think I'm trying. But like, long story short, trying to actually get married this year.
Oh yeah.
Because like me and the missus for the last 2 years I've tried to get married, and obviously we get hit with 2 lockdowns. So we're hoping everything goes.
Well, she does know then, James. This isn't a surprise.
Yes. No, it's like Well, the thing is, this is the silly thing, right? We've had the venue booked for at least 2 years, and they've had to change the date, move it, change the date, and move it, and it felt like an omen at one point. Like, is this something that we really need to do? Is this somebody telling us that we shouldn't do it? So that's probably my only other resolution is actually do it, get it done. Not over and done with. It makes it sound like it's a hassle, but the fact that
you notice he looked at her then? I didn't mean that.
I'm so sorry. No, I get that's kind of the only two things. Obviously, just try and spend a bit more time with my kids. That one's kind of a given, but I do that anyway. So
Yeah.
try and build my own device, just off my own back, and actually try and get married this year. That's pretty much the only two in a nutshell that I want to do.
You'd always go. Well, you can't even go abroad now and do it, can you? Because that's going to get
our original plan was to actually go to somewhere like France and just have a small, intimate, immediate family kind of wedding. And then obviously COVID hit, so we had to change it. And we found out that we could still get married in the UK, but it was limited numbers, so we changed it to that. And then they kept changing the rules on, like, for example, they said you can have up to 60 people, and we thought, oh, that's more than or was it? No, it was 20 people, I think. And 1 week it was, oh, kids are included in those numbers, and then the next week after that, oh, they are included in those numbers. And we went, we'll just move it so that we can actually get the people there that we need there. So that's kind of it. It was a pain in the ass.
Weddings have always been really expensive, but I guess now with how much money those companies have lost, I guess it's probably even worse now, isn't it? It's probably a fortune now, isn't it, to get married?
Well, we're quite lucky because the venue that we've got, they've kind of they're going to honour it. So which is good.
James, I know that.
Yeah, so they're definitely honouring that. So it's just a case of actually going there and getting it done. Speaking of the wife, there she is. Hi.
Love you.
Hi. She's on FaceTime with one of my sisters, and she's waving. I had to wave back. It would be rude. There you go.
So getting back to Rufus, Marc Boise Burns. That's not very nice, is it? Really, Rufus? Boise, only fools and horses. All right, Dave.
Good evening, Dave.
All right, Dave. So that's the broom. The broom, same broom, different handle. That's funny as hell. Great. I don't know what's all this banning Cheeks. Don't ban Cheeks. He's all right. He behaves all right in the end. He's humorous actually. If you look at his humour, he's quite humorous a lot of the time. Graham says, "Good man, Jackson." There you go. He thinks you're a good man. I wouldn't disagree with that. I don't know. I've missed something in chat about that, so I'll move on. Just go through it.
Graham, so Rodney is a nickname? Yes.
You what? Say again.
Obviously, because he Boise calls him David because that's his real name, but Rodney's his nickname.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Dean and Fat Cap on a Monday. No, I think. I don't think we're the only ones. I lose track now where Dean is. I don't all. Is he Monday or Wednesday?
I think Dean used to be a Monday, but I think he's on Wednesday.
He's Wednesday now, isn't he? I think.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think so. I'm getting married in May. Graham, well done, Graham. Congratulations to you. Second time, yeah, there you go, Graham. So you can vouch for the fact that divorce is expensive. It's just as expensive as the wedding, if not more. I can assure you. I speak through experience. All right, so it's Rodney and Nick. Yeah, caught up now. That was Trigger. Yeah, it was Trigger, wasn't it? Trigger and his broom, yeah. Boise was the dodgy car salesman, yeah. That's right. We're getting an Only Fools and Horses education on here tonight as well. Right, we're nearly hit that time. We got a bit. About 9:30, we'll talk about our new stocks thing. I noticed, Jackson, for 2022, you've done a review, and I can now just sneak in there as well and say that I've done one as well that went live
Yeah,
tonight.
yeah.
Yourself, James?
No, I've not got one done yet. No.
That's all right. We've got to pick it
But
up.
the thing is, I know it's an older product, but obviously because the whole AIO scene, like the billet box-esque kind of devices are kind of kicking back off again. I do have a Kylan AIO there
Right.
that I've been kind of testing the stock coil on at the moment, and maybe at the end of the week I'll actually put a review out for it.
I'm sorry.
It's honestly like, especially like the festive time. I kind of wanted to focus more on the kids because obviously they go back to school up here tomorrow. I know you guys
Right.
are slightly different
Yeah.
down there in England. So I wanted to spend as much time with them. And so when they go back to normal, I go back to normal. So my next day off, they'll be both at school and nursery, and I'll actually sit and do my review then and there when I've got no kids running around going, Dad, how did I do this? Why is my sock falling off? Can you wipe my bum? All this kind of stuff. So I go back to normal when they do as well. So
Yeah.
there we are.
You worried about the COVID with them going back, or?
Not really. Like the good thing is with their particular school, their headmaster's been really, really good. He has put the kind of classes into bubbles, so like all the same kids sit at the same tables at, in class and at lunchtime as well.
Yeah.
So if that one bubble, one of them gets COVID, the whole bubble has to take the time off school. Very, very clever. So
Yeah.
and this is him doing it off his own back. He doesn't he goes by the government guidelines and then goes, this is what the school's going to do extra so your kids can stay in school and actually get their education.
Yeah, different for me down here because obviously I got two at primary, two at secondary school. Before Christmas, every morning I take the kids to school because obviously I don't start till the afternoon to work. Took them in to primary school and it was like they can't come in, and I said, what? She says, oh, the head teacher was at the front of the gate and says, your kids can't come in. I says, why? She says, we only accept kids now with PCR tests, right? So I said, do you expect me to book a PCR test now, right? There's none available for at least a day or two, then wait for the results. I said, what's the fucking point of them even coming back? And she said, really, to be honest with you, we want the less kids in school over Christmas as possible.
Yeah.
So mine ended up finishing early for Christmas. And now the younger two are back today. So PCR tests all out the window now. It's just fucking turn up and get in the school and jobs are good. But with the secondary school, they've got to go into school, have a test, come home, wait for the results, and then they can go into school. But both the two in the secondary school, you would have naturally thought they'll both go in the same day, wouldn't you, to have a test? But no, they've even separated the days between the sisters.
I did hear, Jackson, that if you put Red Bull on them tests, that actually their coils just come up with Red Bull.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I did hear that will send them positive. I read that somewhere. I thought,
that.
I wonder how many people fancy a week off work and they just stick Red Bull on there.
Oh, that's a good idea. Really.
Kieran seems the Russian bots are. Yeah, I just banned him, Kieran. So, that was easy for me to do. I saw that straight away. Rufus.
I'm sorry about that. I was obviously getting the cat off the table and getting him out of the room.
Right.
But going to say it sounds.
He's two-faced as well. Yeah, you can see his other side.
Because it does sound like utter madness down there. Like up here, it's a little bit. I wouldn't say sensible because obviously no one really seems to know what rules we're going by anymore, and I think that's why.
I think
my kids' primary school can not make up their own rules, but they operate their own rules within the guidelines, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But the fact that one of the I don't know if the rule you can obviously say yeah or nay to this, but up here, if you keep your kid off school on certain amount of grounds, like if their attendance falls down, this is in primary school as well. If it falls, say, past 70%, you get visit by social work as well.
Do you?
Yeah, up here, it's something deadly serious.
No, I don't get that here in Cardiff. All you get here,
it's something like if your kid's attendance falls down past a certain number, I think it's 70, maybe even a little bit lower than that, you get a visit from social care.
Oh dear.
See, surely, the way I would take it, the way it sort of works down here, it's not 100% accurate what I'm saying, but it's near enough. If your kid was off for whatever reason, you ring up each day, look, blah blah ain't coming in because they're this, and this. And then obviously, like you said, if the attendance falls down, I would have thought you'd have got a phone call off the school saying, look, you know, your kid's not been in for X amount of time. We need a meeting. Do you not go down that sort of route first before you get social in? No.
I think it obviously goes through certain stages, but because of the whole COVID thing, I think a lot of that has gone out the window. But see, like when we kind of go back to a certain type of normalcy, I think that's going to be a thing again.
See, the thing with the problem you've got with COVID, and it's not for every parent, but you are going to get parents that are going to play on it. Oh, my kid's got COVID, just because they can't be asked to get out of bed and take the kid to school, because there is people out there like that, you know. So you are going to get that, and I think schools are going to have to.
It doesn't help that some of those tests aren't accurate as well, does it?
This is it, you see.
Yeah, so they can get away with that.
Yeah, because apparently the new variant doesn't show up on the test that just goes up the nose. You've got to do both of them. You've got to do the throat and the nose.
Yeah. And then you see, I've heard as well that the old test with the big long cotton thucking things that half goes up your nose and down the throat. Now them are out of date now. When you got these newer ones with the little one, and the old ones won't read as well as the new ones. So I don't know. What do you believe? What do you believe? The old ones used to work, did they, or did they not? So how do they not work anymore? And the newer ones work. So I don't get it.
There's a lot of hocus pocus around the whole thing, really, in a way, isn't there? But it's odd. I thought, it's been more than 2 years now. Well, it has been about 2 years now, hasn't it? I thought we would now be seeing the end of it, and hopefully we are. The light is at the end of the tunnel. But anyway, so I've found out now where Kieran is on Monday. It is the Laid Back Vape Show. So anyone fancy watching Kieran on Monday, that's where he'll be. You kind of miss it, Rufus, with his humour. That .rba doesn't say much. I said it was two-faced, so I turned it round. so thank you for that, Rufus. Yeah, he's a bit quiet, isn't he? Old BP mods down the bottom there. Right, we got to 21:31 according to my things. So what we're going to, a lot of you will know this. We're going to have, actually, what have I forgot? Straight away, what have I forgot?
Disclaimer.
I didn't catch that. Could you try again?
Go away, Terry.
He does that as well.
Okay.
He's gone away. Right. Okay, that's good. Okay.
I'm sorry, I don't know how to do that.
All information and opinions discussed on the show are for entertainment purposes only and are in no way to be considered financial advice. There you go. I've got that one out of the way. So, yeah, every week we're all going to buy, us three, £10 worth of shares in something, or bonds, stocks, commodities, whatever, on the free trade app. And one or two of you are joining in, which is nice. I've had a couple of free shares come through. So if you join the free share thing, that you get a free share, and so do I. So it's just, or if you pick James's link, he'll get one, you'll get one, so on. So we were going to crack it off a bit like a New Year's resolution, really. A few weeks ago, a lot of people would have seen I did a calculator that showed compounding your money, how it grows. And we're hoping, what was it, 8% we set our target, or 7%? I can't remember. 8%. 8% we set a target that at the end of this year, we hope to have made an 8% profit on our share dealing abilities. And we are not professionals by a long stretch. I've been doing it for a little while, which probably means I'll come last. You just never know. But I think it'll be a bit of fun. And for the people that join in chat as well, look forward to that. So if I can open this up. without showing everyone everything else. No, I don't want that on there so far. I want that one on there. That's it. Right. Let's see if I can get this phone thing coming up on the screen. Here we are.
Go.
So I've obviously put more money in than that'll keep me going for a few weeks, as you can see at the top. But the only share I bought, we all bought £10 worth at the back end of last year, early December, I think. And I bought a company called Centamin, who are a gold mining company, which is doing ever so well. I'm losing 3.47%, I think, so far. So well done, me. And Jackson, you bought, I think, Alibaba.
Yeah, a bit of Alibaba.
And James didn't understand the format.
Well, I did understand, but what I had done is I decided to take my free share that I taken from Apple and I've put it into another company. It's queued, but it's not went through yet.
Right, that's because
It is there.
It's a UK company, so it won't go through at this time of night. It'll shuts off at 4 o'clock or whatever on the stock market in the UK. So you did it after that. So it'll click it. You're in the queue and it'll go on tomorrow, won't it?
Yes.
And for this week, Jackson, I think you're picking Alibaba again.
Alibaba. Yeah, we're going with Alibaba.
You're sticking with the same one, which you're more than welcome to do. That's not a problem.
Yeah.
And what we'll do periodically, we'll do a screenshot of where we are on here. So I think you've got an insights thing and it will tell you where you are. At the minute, I'm 25% up, but that is only because I've had some free shares. So that will, when they stop, and there aren't going to be many, we'll get an accurate thing of where we are. So I've got a watch list here, and I'm picking off the watch list this one, Ehang, and that's a drone company. They fly humans, not just cameras, and I just think in maybe probably not this year, but I have actually in my own portfolio that I've got, I have actually made a lot of money off this company. They went right up. If I go to maximum here, I actually caught the crest of that wave. I bought it right at the start. I caught the crest of the wave and I sold everything I had. But just, I kept the profit in there, if that makes sense. So everything I paid into it, I took out and a bit more, and I left the profit in there on my other one. So it's been kind to me. It's come down a long, long way now, and I think hopefully the tide will turn. So I'm going to buy 10 quid worth of that. Review order, confirm buy. That's as easy as that, to spend a tenner. Hang on, didn't recognise my face. There we go. Turn the phone to me. So that will do. That's done. Portfolio should now read. I've got two. It will do in a minute, no doubt. Ugh, why isn't that on there? I did that right, didn't I?
Yeah, it should be. Have you refreshed it, Mark?
Yeah, should do, shouldn't it?
Is it queued? No, it'd be queued, would it? No,
it'd be queued.
Yeah, it'd be queued, Mark.
Go to your portfolio and it should say one queued order and then the other one will be investment, unless it's not come through yet.
Queued orders. There you go.
Orders.
There we go. It's queued. So as soon as that comes through, that will go through there. So there you go. So and we'll just, that's as simple as that. I want you two boys seeing my watch list. I've got to hide that.
We'll just copy Mark. We'll copy Mark.
You'll copy me. To be honest with you, a lot of them are like mining companies. A lot of them are. Bit of uranium in there, bit of silver, bit of gold. And I think actually this one might be my next week's one, UiPath, which is robotics, etc. Tina on now, done it again, flicked it.
It's a bit of a giggle, a bit of a fun, isn't it?
It's a bit of fun. It is a bit of fun. And hopefully, at the end of the year, we will show where we are, and hopefully we'll all be 8% plus. What's going to happen. We all know what's going to happen in June. The market is going to completely crash. But then we'll be buying them cheap for the rest of the year. So who knows? Who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah,
one of the things I wanted to point out, obviously, if you guys are wanting to get, join us in this. It's a bit of fun. If you don't, there's no pressure whatsoever. But if you do, and you want obviously the free share, and you want one of us to get the free share, you have to obviously put a fund into the account to activate it.
Yeah, you have to top up. Yeah.
Yeah, because what will happen is like you could be like say pending like a referral. And
Yeah,
it
one or
won't go
two
through
people I think
until-
have signed, but they haven't actually deposited any money in there yet. I think
Yes.
that's what it is. Yeah, and until you do, obviously no one gets the free share, including yourself, until you actually add some money in there.
Yes.
Like you can, like, why? If you obviously get the free share, you don't have to keep it. You can cash it out.
No, you can sell it straight away. I sold
Yeah.
all mine straight away because I wanted to keep.
It averages probably about 11, 12, 13 pound for your free share, and then obviously if you decide to cash it out, you cash it out, and I think it goes into your bank within about 3 days, something like that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So you don't lose anything. It's a free share, isn't it?
Yeah, and the good thing is, like, even to activate the account, all you have to do is put a pound in.
Yeah, quid.
Just
There
a
you
quid,
go.
a quid, and
You get
put that
13
thing
quid
in.
free. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you're a bit like, and basically, like Jackson just said, you'll get like a
technically, you
share
can
that's
stick
worth
a pound.
between X amount of money for free.
Yeah,
It's really
so
fun.
technically you can stick a pound in, activate it, get your free share at 13 quid, withdraw your pound with your 13 quid, so you're 13 quid up. Technically, if you wanted to do that, but...
So shall we just share where you are, Jackson?
Yeah.
Look at Jackson.
Okay.
Look
at that.
Look at Jackson. Look at that man go.
This is a professional, you see.
203% up.
All these YouTube videos and watching.
But I think you've got quite into it, and Jackson, you and your wife.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I find it interesting. I do. You know, flicking there, having a look at everything, seeing, because obviously you go through whatever company you want to go, and then you can have a look when they went up and when they went down. You know, just estimate where you think they're going as well. I like doing that, and then I'll have a go at that. Put a few quid on there, me tenner on there, whatnot. I do. I find it interesting. It keeps me tinkering away.
And how many times a day do you check your account?
I check it a bit. I like to look around at it. I like to look what's going on. But I think with me, obviously with shares, if you want to get into making stupid amount of money, you put stupid amount of money on to get a big return back. That's what you do. Obviously, we're only putting a tenner on. But I think with me, I want to try and, rather than a tenner here, and then at the end of the year, we've got 52 companies basically with £10 in. I want to try and stick with that one company, watch that one company, and try and add each week to the same company.
Oh, you got to vary it a bit, Jackson.
I will vary it, but at the minute, I'm liking me Alibaba.
Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
I'm liking that. So at the minute, we're going with Alibaba. But I do need to look at some of the other companies out there.
Yeah, there's several that I fancy. And Vaping Heed has just put in here, gold and silver are a safe bet. Yeah, I agree, especially silver. I've always banged the table about silver. It's used for all these electric vehicles, solar panels, God knows what. We're using more and more silver all the time, and there's not an indefinite supply of the stuff. So yeah, it should be. If you actually Google the most undervalued commodity, it'll come up silver, because it is. The market is suppressed on silver, so, and they can't do it forever. But there's a thing called, I might pronounce this wrong, but it's Basel III, and it basically meant that the banks such as JP Morgan, if they offer silver on an ETF, an exchange traded trust fund, then they have to have the silver in a vault to back it up. But historically, they could just buy and sell silver without actually having any. And that was supposed to come into effect, I think, the end of the year just gone. But you can guess what's that. I was waiting for that, thinking, right, now silver, I'm keeping a very close eye on silver. Silver was gonna fly, I thought. And you can guess what the government and their wisdom have done, can't you? They've deferred it for another year. Yeah. So we've got another year of uncertainties, and the bank's been able to juggle these markets. But anyway, that's by the by. That's another conversation entirely. But yeah, thanks Vaping Heed for getting me on that on that rant. So has anyone else put any questions in about our shares? I hope
A lot of
you
people are
like
saying
it.
things that just a lot of people saying, Tesla might be good. Like Kenny said, silver's always a good bet. That's kind of all I've seen at the moment.
Yeah,
Buy
Tesla,
shares in cheese and wine.
wine. There's a lot of people bought the old wacky backy stocks as well, didn't they? A lot of people
Yeah.
bought them. Tesla's done. Yeah, it's done. I've got Tesla shares, and my other one they've done exceptionally well. Another Russian man there to ban. Goodbye. I don't know where they're all coming from. Yeah, Raheem, there you go. Tesla shares should be a good one to buy. They're an awesome company, aren't they, Tesla? Awesome company. It's not just cars, is it? There's so much more about them. So much more.
Isn't it working on a phone? Did I hear he was working on a phone?
Yeah, he is. Yeah. I did know the name of it. And you just know that, I'm probably going to buy one. Do you know what I mean? You just know that's going to be oversubscribed when it comes out. It's going to have a solar panel on there to charge when you're sitting on a table.
Yeah. Drive your car with a phone and all that malarkey.
Yeah. You think about that, though. The energy we use as a world charging phones every day, if everyone had that solar panel and didn't need to plug them in, do you just think of the environmental benefits of that alone?
Do you think it would be like a great idea having like a kind of solar panel phone? I don't know if it's going to work for Scotland, but hey ho, I digress. But one of the things I wanted to say is, what about a kinetic battery? Do you think that would work?
What, windy?
Yeah, like if it's in your pocket and you're walking, it's charging as you walk. That would be a good idea.
Yeah, I guess it would. Well, if they can make energy from waves and things like that, yeah, you're right, James. They should be able to do it. I don't know.
I was going to say, I just seen Graham's comment. That's why I was giggling. Elon Musk is my favourite person from Mars.
Mars, yeah. He sent a Tesla up there, didn't he?
Oh, I don't know. He probably did.
On one of his rockets. But we mustn't talk about rockets because we'll just get Daniel all excited. He loves his rockets. Shares in Alphabet. Yeah, Google. But yeah, there's all sorts. But I'm gonna, unlike Jackson, I'm gonna vary mine. They're gonna be all over the place, from commodities, gold, silver, uranium, to artificial intelligence, to to all sorts, drones. So yeah,
that's another good. You've just made a really good point. If you guys are going on this and you go, I don't know who that company is. I don't know who that is. You can put stocks in Tesco. You can put stocks in Asda.
Yeah.
You can, brands that you either shop at or you at least have like for example, Marc used obviously like a drone company that I've never heard of before. I'll go and research them and then make my own decision after that. But like, if you go, you know what, I don't really know any of these companies, I'll just put it into WH Smith or Tesco, Asda, or anything that you
not
understand.
Morrison's anymore. They've been bought out.
You can do that, which is really good.
Mm.
Because you can buy them, if you buy them when the share value is low, you put a tenner in there. That's you getting, for example, I've seen one in the Tesco one at the moment is at £2.93 a share. You put a tenner's worth in there, you've got yourself a couple of shares of Tesco.
3.
Yeah.
3.
Well, he's been pedantic.
And you'll also, with something like Tesco as well, though, you'll also get dividends. I don't know if they're how many times a year, but a lot of them are twice a year. And I get them come through on my phone for the other app I've got all the time, and they might only be 60p and £1.40 and things like that. But over the course of the year, I've got not all my shares of dividends, but I get quite a bit in dividends, enough to probably pay for a holiday every year. Do you know what I mean? So.
Mm.
It depends where you go. I'll go to Bournemouth with it. I don't know if that'll get me to Orlando or somewhere. Probably not.
I'm gonna have to buy a caravan weekend.
It might get me on the ferry.
Go to Jersey.
But there you go. Yeah, Graham Mowley. Yeah, robotics. Exactly. Robotics is a good one to get into. It's only ever improved, isn't it? You think, where will man be in 30, 40 years' time? We won't be doing a lot of these manual tasks, will we?
Yeah, of course you won't.
I saw a robot dry lining a wall on the internet the other week. You just think you can get that to put a plasterboard up on the wall. It's unbelievable, isn't it?
That is, yeah, of
Incredible.
course it is.
And you think about houses now; they're 3D printing buildings. Have you seen them?
Is that,
No,
that
I-
would, either that 3D printer is on an industrial massive
Oh,
scale,
of course
or
it
it's
is.
been
Of course
done.
it is. But it's still building a
Yes.
house, and there's still no builders there with their bricks and wheelbarrows, is there? It will come. Stuff will
They're
come.
building Elon Musk's new house from 3D printed.
What's Mark put here? How do you keep it ethical and environmentally friendly, or does profit trump such issues? That's a very good question.
Is actually
How do you do that? Because you've got to take Shell or BP. Now you think, well, that's not environmentally friendly. That's petrol, diesel, stuff like that. But they also do an awful lot of renewable energy stuff now. So part of their company actually is. So, but yeah, that's a good question, Mark. That's a very good point. But it's very hard to, I don't think I'd feel comfortable with buying shares in Imperial Tobacco. Yeah, a lot of people are. And
sorry to interrupt. On this particular app, we're using BATs on it.
what is?
British American Tobacco.
Oh, right. Yeah.
They are on it.
Yeah. So, yeah, I suppose it's whatever you feel comfortable with, isn't it? So, there you go. But anyway, these shares will only spend quarter of an hour, 20 minutes a week at the most.
Yeah.
We've done that. So I don't want it to absorb this show. So that's our little slot done. I'm trying to think if there's anything. There's one or two new bits coming. I'll probably be in a better position to talk about them next week. There's a new RDTA I've got coming. What else have I got coming? A new billet box rebuildable. That's coming as well. What else? So I've got some new coils. And on a note for coils, the 28 plus 38, these guys here, let's give BP Mods some competition. Focus that in. Come on. There you go. That one.
That's what's in my GTR. They're fantastic coils.
We'd run out of those, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. They've just come back into stock. I put them on stock. I think we had just under 50 tins go out today. Yeah, they're really, really popular, and they sell very well. So I'm pleased they're back in stock. People haven't got to email me anymore. When are you getting more of your coils? So they're all in. And
honestly don't blame them. They're again, I'm not going to blow smoke up your ass, Mark, but they are fantastic mouth to lung coils. It's the only ones I use for mouth to lung.
I buy the spools of wire. That's the way I do off you, Mark, don't I?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I saw you'll be pleased about this. We have had a bit of a drama this end. I'll skim over it a bit. I'll tell you a bit about it. But I had to help Tina pack today, the first time in months. When I say I helped her, I did like 5%.
Are you taking this? Are you taking this?
It's hard to help someone when they've got a system and she's like a machine when she packs, and it's hard to break in on that and try and help her, but I did. But anyway, I packed your order today, Jackson.
Well, thank you, Mark. Thank you.
Hand packed by me personally. Hand packed. So yeah, so there's some new coils there as well, which I'll be going through and telling people about, adding them to the site to just sort of vary it a bit. A couple of Canthal ones, I think, and a couple of NI80 mouth to lung style coils again, but just variants of. So
You have a question from Rebecca Lee. It says, at Naturevape, are you getting any more stainless? There you go.
Stainless,
There
there
you
you
go.
go. I haven't got any stainless, there you goes. Yeah, they're on their way. I've got the tracking number. There's a whole order, quite a big one, coming from Ambition Mods. Bishops, Ripleys, Mod 2s, Molums. Yeah, they're all in there. So, yeah, on the way. Should be in, I'm going to guess and say, might even be tomorrow, day after. So, quite quickly. So, there you go, Rebecca. One or two people have been asking about them, actually. We've been out of stainless steel for some time. So, but, yep, very shortly they will be here. What did Vaping Heed say? Ethics don't come into it when it comes to money. Making that's why the world is... I think for some people it does. I think ethics do come into it with some people. You know, I've got quite a few renewable energy type stocks and things like that. So, you know, but I guess I've also got other ones that probably aren't so ethical in other ways. The trouble is sometimes you don't know, do you? Like Amazon, are they ethical, or do they put all this brand new products to landfill? And do you know what I mean? They had quite a bit of a thing about that, didn't they? So
I think when it comes to, like, from my own insight that I'm going to be doing is it's finding the right balance. So if you're going to do something that looks unethical, then look for something it is. So, like, for example, if you're going to be doing something that's like mining, then you could do something in your next one for like renewable energies or something that plants trees or something or other. Like, you take with one and you give it back with the other, something like that.
I think Rebecca was talking to you, James. You can't talk to James like he's getting married. You can't, Rebecca.
I'm taken. But thank you anyway.
Another one there to ban. What is it with these Russian things coming through, or whoever they are? Weird.
We don't have any Smirnoff. Bugger off.
We have no Smirnoff. No, we have none at all. I thought I'd try to think what else I was going to talk about tonight. It seemed loads in my head to talk about tonight.
Mark, hold on. Was it? Oh, it was Graham Abilene. He was asking if you've got the alien mouth to lung, or is that the one you've just shown?
You got alien mouth to lung? No, alien. The ohms would be really low on alien mouth to lung coils. I know companies do make them. There is some. I haven't got the list here. Graham, I'll tell you more next week. There are some bit different ones. But I'll tell you next week. Hunk of a man. Oh dear. And another Russian one. Thank you. Bye. Yeah, dear. Oh, I banned Rebecca Lee. I didn't mean to do that. Sorry, Rebecca. Banned everyone. How have I done that?
Oh dear. I'm getting kicked out for making compliments, nice compliments.
Cancel.
And he banned me. The bastard.
What have I done? Are you sure you want to block all chat comments from... No. I don't. Ooh. I've even banned Kieran. Banned absolutely everyone. Oh no.
Oh, Jackson, it's going to be a very small show. It's just the three of us.
The three of us. Oh.
We may as well just close the chat window and we'll just have a chat.
Why has it done that? So has Corgus comment just come on then?
Yes, it has, yeah.
So he's not banned. Graham banned. He's not banned. That's come up, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's come up.
I don't know what's going on there then.
I'll just come. Next one, I'll just say it redacted and it still shows up. Everyone keep talking so we can see that you aren't been banned.
I wanted to ban him, the Russian man, but well, hopefully I haven't.
Kieran, how could you? Naturevape.
Kieran, send me a Skype or sort of WhatsApp if I have banned you or whatever. I don't know.
No, he's on the screen. That's why it says, "How could you?" Naturevape banned everyone but Cheech.
Oh dear. I told you I was going to mess up tonight. We're all still there. That's all right. It says ban on my screen all over it. So
No, I think everyone's okay. I think we're gonna have to ban Mark from touching buttons from now on. But
Yeah.
I mean, like, put your hands
we don't
behind
want to-
your head like this
We
and
don't
don't
want to ban-
touch anything.
Oh dear. No, we're all still there. That's all right. It's just a blip in the thing.
John has asked you a question.
Any news on the right. Yes, there is, John. Good, very good point. Add to broadcast. There you go. If you look on the site, I've actually taken all the 60ml bottles off of Drake's. I had so many issues with leaky bottles, and a lot of them were coming out of date as well. I keep trying to speak to Dan at Drake's and keep getting promised stock, and it never arrives. And I just thought I'll take them off. The 10ml ones are all on there. They're all fine, non-leaky and all in date. But not the 60ml. And I don't know where the future lies with Drake's, because I can't. I've been promised them for so long. It's embarrassing for me, because I'm telling everyone, yeah, they're coming, so and so. I've been assured they are coming, and nothing arrives. So I just don't know what to do. It's not a.
Yeah.
Drake's is a good product. I love the product, and I like Dan as well from Drake's, but it's just it's hard to.
I think from I wouldn't say from a company standpoint, but from like a kind of personal point, you keep not saying that you keep saying to people in chat that watch the show, you say they're coming, and then it's like setback after setback, and you probably feel like you're letting.
I do. I feel like
people like John down, because they're like,
yeah.
Any more news on and you don't have any, or you've also had the issues with the bottles,
Yeah. So they're off the site, and until I hear or actually physically see something, that's where they're staying. I think, because it's just, I can't have it. I had an order the other day, and I thought every bottle just looked like it had been kicked around a warehouse for 6 months. Do you know what I mean? It looked awful. And so what the trouble was, where they were laid, they were, one bottle leaked, and of course it's contaminated all the other bottles. So they all look like they've leaked, whereas some haven't, but some have, type of thing. And just, I can't send them out like that, So I did actually, I refunded 3 people today for their Drakes with a cover and email. What else can you do? Unfortunate. But yeah, what about this for bad luck? Christmas Day, my mother's stair lift breaks on Christmas Day. She can't get about the house without that, and it was.
Wow.
I managed to get an engineer out. I spent the whole day at mother's, waiting for this engineer. Our family Christmas was a mess. And I got a guy out, and he said it's terminal. It's not something I can repair today. He's there 2 hours, couldn't do it. It's basically a break in, like a wiring harness, really. It was a break in the wire, but needed the whole wire replaced. And he said, I haven't got one. He said, and even if I had it, it'd take a long while to strip down and fit. So that was good news, wasn't it? And Tina's dad went in hospital today as well. He was ill yesterday, and my mother fell yesterday as well. So we had like 2 horrendous. So that's why, if I look tired, I think I've got to sleep about 4:30 this morning, and still work carries on, etc., etc. So yeah, if I look tired and I missed out on a few tricks tonight, hopefully I've kept a happy face on it. We're all getting through it.
I'm very well.
He's Tina's dad. It's where she is now. She's taking him out of hospital and taking him home again. So hopefully he'll be fine now. John says, I've had a few leaky bottles off you. I'd have some more. Yeah, thanks, John. I appreciate that. But for every person like you, there is a person that says, I bought this off you and it's not good enough. I paid you good money for it. It shouldn't be like this, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I agree with you and him. If you like the juice enough, say, look, I don't care if the bottle's leaking. I just want the juice. I get that. But I also get it should be like it's a brand new product. It should be presentable and clean, and like something like the Adderley bottle here. There's no leaks on it. It's crisp and dry, and all looks brand new. So we'll see, John. I'm not never say never, but at the moment, maybe that will spur Drake's on to actually do something about it.
Yeah.
So we've gone over time. We were late starting and we're late finishing. So there's nothing wrong with that, is there? 3 minutes late. 3 minutes.
Nope.
Excellent. We're going to be later because you got to say good nights, James.
Will do. So to everyone in chat, thank you very much for joining us this evening. Again, like the boss man said, I hope you all had a fantastic New Year and a fantastic Christmas. And I hope to see you all here again next week. And to Mark and Mark, it's nice to see you both again. And hopefully we get to chat a little bit more during the week. I know it's been chaotic. And I'll see you all very, very soon. And I'll pass it over to Mr. Not Too Shabby. Over to Jackson.
Thank you, James. Thank you. No, massive Happy New Year to everybody. Massive Happy New Year to yourself, Mark, James, everybody in chat. Happy New Year. Thanks again, everybody, for tuning in and watching. Get in with the fun. Get them free shares. A bit of light-hearted fun with everybody joining each week on the show would be nice. As a show sort of thing, I think it would be, light-hearted fun, like I said, just a laugh and a giggle with what we buy. And pass it over to Mark.
I was just reading Kieran's comment. Put a comment, Naturevape, and I'll check if we can ban you. That'd work, wouldn't it? No more strawberry custard. Yeah, we've got strawberry custard. There is actually some new True Juice arrived as well, but I haven't had time to do that. Yes, I have. Yes, it is on the site. The 100ml bottles of blackcurrant, raspberry and lime, mango, peach and papaya, and a new formula strawberry custard. So they're on there. So fill your boots and enjoy those. I was just thinking when you said, James, about Mark and Mark, I thought it was a good job we haven't got our new man down the bottom here. His name's Skid. we just couldn't cope with that, could we? just by you.
From Skid, Mark and Mark. It's a big long Mark.
Yeah, okay. Good night from across the pond. Yeah, there you go. Didn't see in chat earlier. Jessica, good night to you. Right, let's see if I can ban this man properly. Ban. Boom. Done. I think I got rid of it.
Night to all the Russian sleeper agents.
Another super agent. Okay, yeah.
Vodka, I'm now agent.
Nice to be back. It feels like weeks. It seemed a long period off with Christmas. But nice to be back. Nice to see so many of you back in chat. One or two new faces as well, not just Chinnickers on and off, but some new genuine people as well in chat, which is nice to see. And I wish you all massive Happy New Year. I hope the new year brings everyone everything they want. And until next week, while we have our thoughts as to what stock Jackson's going to buy, Alibaba. Until then, we'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye for now.